7 pistols for the 5 complexity players. Grim's holding 2 of them. He and woxic will deliver. This is a complete shutdown. I'm not sure if anybody's made a step standing into this bomb site for G2. Falling into it, they'll go. Lots of crimson being spread. Not sure what else Hunter can really do with this. Even if he could just damage the Kevlar, that would be the slightest edge on some of these players, but nothing doing at all in that pistol round.
Fast responders to this A-bomb site.
Don't need fast response as well because the numbers are here for G2. Getting cut down to some degree by Floppy. Did some good damage to JKS as well, but woxic can't follow up on that. And there will be a wipeout on this A-bomb site. Don't think there's anything left for complexity in this round, so G2 will be on the board early. And now that damage from the round prior is important. 3 frags in this round, maybe more to come. We can see that momenty is lurking. See, try to drain that util for a play to be made later on. Elige was a problem on the T side in mid.
5 seconds remaining, but this aggression will give them the info. They're already flanking as this play comes in. Trade's looking decent for G2. They should get that bomb. They can't get that bomb. It's dropped over in the river. And now niko's got a 1-on-2.
Doesn't know where both the players are just yet. 34 seconds on the clock. Well, sub 30 now. Floppy has been active in many of these rounds, looking to be so again, showing some elbow. niko solves the problem, but can he get that last frag? The free fire is there. He was close, but Floppy again, important in these early rounds for complexity. Narrow victory. Did they lose too many players though? Coming through as well. Floppy gets utterly deleted by a flying MAC-10. We heard how good it was, and there's a great example. Looking for more, but Elige will hold position. That's really important for the retake also. woxic holding angles with the scout up close. It's going to be a problem. He'll have to overperform as Grim gets decapitated. Only 3 remaining for complexity. This could be a big reset if they lose this one. And it looks very likely indeed. There's woxic up close. 2v3. There are no kits on the players who are standing. It looks like they'll have to disengage from this one.
Yeah, I think they maybe could have considered disengaging.
These 5-7s have been terrifying. Another flash comes through, but niko is ahead of it. JT will get the trade and the information, and it's Hunter at range of the MP7. Can't get that final bullet though. 3 players remain for G2, 30 seconds on the clock, and they're quite spread out. JKS inviting rotation towards the A-bomb site, but the bomb's headed elsewhere. How many players can he entertain? He's been dispatched off now, and they've lost all position on the B-bomb site. JT doing 180s though, unsure of which way to go. Full committing in the wrong direction.
Oh, and a smoke down from momenty. That will really help buy time. They're going to get that bomb down any second. It's taking a little time. They were scared of that CT position, but finally planted. That nade only going to do a bit of damage, so a 2-on-3 post-plant for G2.
Elige with 7 HP will take the scope. M4s for JT and woxic. JT's the man with the kit, and he's the first one to get dropped by woxic. Great angles from him. Surely Elige won't be far behind. woxic playing his life at the moment with his teammate as well. And Elige trying to switch weapons. Will die holding a USP. That's a big round for G2. They can try and pull away from the opponent now.
Out of spawn from complexity. This time going all the way down, trying to block those players towards A early. momenty goes straight through, and he hits the shot.
He doesn't miss. I don't know if you want to peek him, Grim. Rather you than me. Thought about it, showed some elbow. Maybe feeling the urgency there, wanting to find something for the team. momenty will show presence up close, and that'll raise concerns for complexity.
That is a play complexity ran yesterday, so you wonder whether momenty's done a bit of homework there, realized he could beat that smoke, get there before complexity can. That's a big man advantage here for G2 to work with. And again, complexity man down. They feel they have to go for aggression, but momenty is always there, ready and waiting.
Surely they stack together somewhere now.
Yeah, gotta take a risk.
Don't want to die in isolation.
Rounded. They are boxed in like a fish right now. And niko may be the first player to move on in. Pre-aimed the angle, but Grim faster on the trigger. G2 do have a bit of money in the bank, so more players look like they will be hunting here. They've even got the utility to clear out some of these angles. Nice kill from JKS onto the site. How much more do they commit? How important is it to get these rifles out of complexity's hands? Hunter hits the deck. momenty still waiting patiently. But that AWP a little too valuable.
G2 are going to be collapsing on the B-bomb site very quickly indeed. Grim's in all kinds of trouble. How is he still standing? traded by JKS. That gives many more angles to G2. And in they go. Elite on the chase, though. That may take some attention away as JKS pulls the utility out, but JT's lost in the meantime. Coldzera and Floppy make their way towards that B area. Huge fights, huge smokes on the bomb site. No hate. JKS has got such a good angle as well. Floppy goes past the choke point though. There's two of them. Down he goes, and mejores in the clutch now. 1 versus 2. They lined up for a second, didn't find either one. That's a must-win round for Complexity.
5-4 up. Still full gun rounds here as mejores quick again. Oh, he's so fearless!
Oh, he's gone back! Grim, you're crazy!
So is mejores though. I can't believe he just runs in like that with the AWP.
Hunter will pick up the slack, showing more presence. Oh man, these angles. Woxic won't be happy with that one. JKS, big brain on this occasion. How many players can he pull over to the bomb site this time? Not a fake on this occasion though, the bomb is in tow. Floppy might have the sound cues, then again he might not. He has been vocal in a recent interview with HLTV about focus.
That should be good. Ooh, not that good. Woxic hits the shot and gets away with it.
That is a big frag from JT as well. Numbers advantage now for Complexity. Minute on the clock. G2 somewhat spread out for now as the bomb looks to get rescued. mejores on the creep though. Did he realize that there are two there? JKS caught with the flashbang. Back and forth all over the map. But now Hunter's the last man standing. He's picked up the bomb, but he's got quite a lot of time actually. Can he find a 1 versus 1 though? That is the question. 1v3. Where does he imagine they might be? Who's holding down the mid position? Wozic's on the way. 4 HP for him. I would imagine he's probably scoped in already. Hunter with the knife out, and that might be the end of the line. He's missed a shot there, Woxic, and it gets so awkward. 2 players remain. He's got 23 seconds to figure out where the last guy is on the bomb site, but JT will be quicker on that trigger finger. Unicorn.
They're sending it A again.
Indeed
this
they
is
are.
What before.
There are 3 players here, not just Floppy. HE won't do all of the work. Trying to force their way in, but they can't see anything as they get railed by Complexity on the bomb site. JKS and woxic remain. A full send hasn't quite worked out for them. A brick wall from Complexity will be good, surely, to equal the score. JKS finds an AK-47. 1 versus 5. Much work to be done here. Floppy will surely be playing trade frag as well. 3 players remain on this bomb site for Complexity. JKS has the bomb and 1 minute to figure this puzzle out. Complexity will be confident with this score at half-time. Again, they've had a good enough CT side. Moving into that aggressive T side for them. There's Woxic with the last one. All tied up at half-time then. Are we going... Well, niko's play B. He is not alone. mejores with 2. Great start from him. And the remainder will try to deliver, but there'll be a trade. Floppy moving through. Great headshot, but still more work to do. Clock at that range requires more. woxic will pop him, and that's going to be a very swift pistol for G2.
Yeah, and not only the pistol, but also
successful. Response to the Molotov. Those sound cues will tell him of the push, and that's a great start for woxic. He'll need to do more as Hunter is dropped, and Complexity look to take more position. A lot of smoke on this bomb site, though. Trying to avoid flashes. woxic will be dropped. 4 on 2 now. G2 lose control of the B bomb site. niko still heading towards the B area, though. So you do wonder.
Always worth remembering the bombast radius.
Slow creep from mejores on the other side with the FAMAS. So what are the intentions? Are they going for the round, or are they trying to make it as costly as possible? Trying to contain Complexity, maybe invite them to be exploded by the bomb.
Wow, they found the one exit path here, Complexity. G2 covering both. Still haven't seen the full shotgun supremacy yet. Which a lot of people are worried about.
Oh,
that's
my
a crazy
days.
clip from mejores.
What are you doing? That's the French gun. Can't just be wide swinging like that. That's outrageous. With the max 7 to come as well. I wonder if the FAMAS is maybe better in this game. Lots of uncertainties. Oh, talk about peaks. niko won't get that FAMAS out into the molly out in time. The trade will be there. Position will be taken. mejores on the flank, though. Surely he goes straight through this. They can't be expecting that. Poor woxic with the P2000 growing in popularity. Oh, m0NESY with a transfer, great timing, bomb lost, and Grim is about to lose an AK to these CTs. They only lose one player. Concentrating the efforts, Tech9 in, so many targets for JKS, many losses for G2, but niko's got something to say about this. A 3K keeping his team in the game. Hunter's got great angles for Elige as well, who's somehow still standing. That is a huge fight in mid. Great work by niko. Keeping his team in the game. AKs are out once again for complexity though. Good amount of utility as well. Good spread of frags on the T side. As for the CTs though, m0NESY's on 20. Far ahead of everybody else. Make it 21.
Nice aggressive angle from m0NESY. We are seeing AWPers start to get a little more active at times in the early round. Trying to make sure they can have impact, maybe holding unexpected angles, or even peeking into opponents. JKS eventually spots that player at range with the AUG. Floppy able to bring one frag back, but complexity still fighting from a man deficit here.
Trying to show presence, he will invite a response, Floppy, on that A bomb site from hoxi, dropping the incendiary. But G2 aren't biting, they're holding position elsewhere. You can see niko being very active, lots of AD in that mid position, just looking for info, not looking to fight to the death. They want to keep their numbers up, they have the advantages, and they will exchange flames around that B area. You can see the bomb creeping alone, no support in the back. So Elige will have to be careful. m0NESY will drop JT, looking for that flick, but he's got support from Hunter. Great rifle support, made also all the more oppressive then. Dropping Elige as well. Game point for G2 on opportunities, but when m0NESY's on the other side, it's a troublesome task. See him jump peeking, air strafing as m0NESY. He's got a very good angle on that smoke as well. Dream is collapsing for complexity. Maybe they thought this one was a given. Oh boy, smell you later, says niko. Elige versus the world to keep complexity alive. 35 seconds, he has the bomb. Not much in the name of hope though. G2 have started this series extremely strong. And I do worry for complexity going forward because there is not much that they are being given by this squad. A very strong victory on Anubis to start off this series. Molly is on the way. He's got a crossfire with Grim for a moment, does Floppy, but he'll be dealt with by JKS. Had a great feature on him during the break, and he will come into this one really hot. JT trying to do what he can, 3v2 for complexity. Despite those initial offerings, and it's made worse now. niko in the clutch. Polzerk on the way. They'll wait for him. But that smoke will soon be gone as well. He's got enough bullets with that Glock. That much is for sure. Smoked up the choke point once again, though. Headshots JT, looking to finish him off if he can. Taking quite a lot of damage as well. Not quite finding the angle, niko. What is there for him to get out of this one? Elige in the smoke, but polzerk through the wood. And complexity will be very happy with that. Big smiles! Great to see after getting somewhat smashed on Anubis.
Established mid-control here, but they've got to be a little worried about that A site. G2 heavily grouped over towards A.
Complexity getting closer to a rotation, perhaps just in time. Oh boy, polzerk really got his bell rung on that occasion. Grim's got the French gun out. Avoiding the flashbang. Can't avoid the swing and the trade though, but Elige got something to say about this. niko will be lost, 3-on-3. Bomb not planted just yet. JT not rotating just yet. Looking for lurkers in mid, but there won't be one. hoxi makes his way over towards A. And maybe there's a gun for him to collect. Rolling of the Tech9 for now. Elige clearing out the angle, spotting hoxi though. As he rotates towards that box. 3 versus 2, big swing, forcing JKS to look away. The retake going well so far, but m0NESY's in the clutch now. Looking for a 1v1, finding Floppy. That clock is ticking. There are no kits for these remaining players. Down to the deagle, that was nasty! And there's one more to go. Hasn't got a HP though. And JT must have the time for this one. 2-0 for complexity. Surely. Oh, he's getting a bit nervous, but I think he's just about got it.
Oh, it always feels doable with m0NESY though, doesn't it? I mean, it went over to B.
Yeah, look at these A smokes. They've suggested an execute and sent hoxi in there to be the distraction. Grim dancing around these smokes. He's going to pull polzerk over at the very least. In the meantime, JT's dropped on the B bomb site and no one else has position apart from maybe Elige, but Hunter, I think, has outmaneuvered him on this occasion. That leaves Complexity on the back foot. Saw a lot of smokes there from Spawn, from G2.
In fact, a couple of their own. Looks like a big emphasis here for Complexity. They have taken a bit of nade damage there. You see just how far that smoke goes in. niko's looking for the fight from above. Galil versus FAMAS. It's the FAMAS that wins this time. Oh, and now a CT smoke there deployed by Complexity. Maybe to help Grim out, who's in cubby right here.
Instant trade from JKS will keep the numbers low. 3-on-3, advantage T side. Did Floppy give them a sound cue? Can he find a 1v1? Manus, he's creeping! He heard the flashbang. He's going to be so frustrated. Whatever his sound settings are, he needs to just reverse them. Because he's clearly having trouble. JT goes, that leaves Hallzerk over towards the A-bomb site. So, I feel like, as far as audio settings are concerned, they kind of threw the kitchen sink at us. There's an option for legacy sounds, which are not the same as CSGO, it must be said. There's a number of things you can do with like left-right isolation and so on, but there was a flash being thrown into the mid position. I feel like if that was CSGO...
Ooh, a couple of mollies. They've just been beaten by m0NESY. He's here again!
Oh,
this man is
God.
unstoppable.
JT hears him, and I don't know if you want to engage that, but hookzy will come and take advantage of those sound cues. Great work from him, the risk taker, delivering for the squad. Nothing else to be done in this round for Complexity. Is there anything better than watching a drive-by by m0NESY?
It's so high risk because he's going alone in a lot of these rounds because it comes down to spawn. Like, you've got to get there quickly. So if he misses the shot, the AWP is probably just gone, or at least it's going to be tough to get back.
In some ways, he's like the new generation JW with the outrageous plays. And it's so important if you can have your sniper be a confidence player like that, and he has the freedom to just make the wildest plays because he has the talent to deliver. It's such a huge extra gear for your squad.
How is he alive?
Must die. He's not alive.
Yeah,
he's dead.
Anymore. I don't know how that molly didn't spread to him, but they still figure it out.
Bad it is now. 1 for 5 at the moment on a very important part of the map. If you can't play with sound cues correctly, like, how do you solve this issue in the short term? 2 rifles in this round for Complexity, and they've managed to get a 5-on-4. Not much left in terms of util. Floppy's got a good position with the 5-7 at least. Being looked for by hookzy. Doesn't check the corner fully though. JKS will drop as well, and Complexity have a great round here. Very surprising situation for them. Hunter definitely wants to make it costly, but their liege won't wait for a knife. Drop him immediately, take the rifles. That was a huge round for Complexity, quite obviously, but I mean, in terms of breaking that momentum...
Up through mid. That is something the T's are going to have to be wary of with the lack of mid control. Go on, sneeze and click the trigger accidentally. Do it.
Oh! Down to 6 HP. He had the flick, but that was a hard one to get clean. m0NESY with 6 HP is still m0NESY, and that does not bode well for Complexity. We've lost position. Elise trying to find something. Sees a slight gap. Found m0NESY as well, looking to drop Hunter. Elise, how has he found this opportunity? Low on the bullets, but he's created space for his team. He stopped that bomb plant, shooting a dead body, leaving niko as Grim has picked up the reins on that bomb site.
It's clear. Does that allow them to reinforce this B site? Because G2 are heavily grouped here.
Ouch. The kind of start you need. Elise dropped. He's been a key player recently for Complexity. 4-on-4 then. JKS still standing. Quick jump peek. Hallzerk's forced from the angle. Not a big spread for G2 in this round. All clustered together. Moving in closely. Floppy just showing a glove. Getting away with that as well. Slowing down m0NESY for the time being.
Aggression from Complexity down ramp. This could be a head-on collision here.
Hunter wondering if there's a flank coming from elsewhere. hookzy's going to get dropped as well as he tries to retract. Will there be a trade frag? This could be bad for Complexity, however. Hallzerk still on the bomb site with that AWP. They've closed the net to some degree. Grim's in mid, but who knows if there's a rotation through T-spawn. There's not enough personnel to cover all these options. Gambles have to be taken. Footsteps being made on B. They may have compromised their position unbeknownst to them. Hallzerk's fallen back. They don't know what the CTs know anymore. And the CTs don't know if they're still there or maybe rotating towards A. If they just cut noise and hold position for now, they may only be up against one person on the B bomb site. Grenades offered, not in synchronization. Those could both be thrown by one player. So Grim goes to clear out the A bomb site with 17 seconds on the clock. Look at the spread of that molly.
Still a nade as well. Oh, the planter's low. I think it's too slow.
Oh!
The bomb goes down, but Hunter's alone.
They don't know if Hunter's here or not. They have to assume he is, though. Looking to make a play through the smoke, and they are both swinging together. They're looking for that trade frag, but will anybody check the 6? He could be in so many different places. The trigger discipline as well. They'll line them up, looking for the second and finding it. And it's caught fire. Fantasy again! Ferrari peeks from Fantasy, and Hallzerk's in so much trouble. He is surrounded in the worst way. The helicopters are out with the big lights, and he's been exposed. This round is over.
It's crazy, because Monesi keeps just running there alone and just putting so much pressure.
He's playing the spawns.
It's wild, because the rest of G2 will just run up B ramp, and they'll be like, yeah, we know that Monesi's got that kill. He'll get it every time, apparently. Oh, they're flashing to try and just save, but even that is tricky right now. niko finally on the board as well.
Man, the way this game is going, Floppy's going to need a hug, a prawn sandwich, and some soup.
Yeah, I would
try and cope with how frustrating this CT half must be so far.
I would love to hear from Monesi how much of his play right now is based on the sound being funky. Like, does he just realize, okay, if the sound sucks, I can just run at people?
Yeah. They don't know I'm coming. You know, in CSGO, sometimes you might cover the sound of running. Yeah, and that big, that man investment over towards B surely provides them of opportunity. They must be thinking on this A bomb site. Have a look at that shadow. That was scary. Shadows of monsters. 4 and 3 for G2. Reinforcements on the way. There's only 2 plays for Complexity remaining on this A bomb site, though. Carnage and chaos around these smokes. Grenades flying everywhere. Grim going through the smoke, catching niko. 360! What is this? Oh my god, rather you than me, buddy. 360 no scope. Is he using a pad? What is this? MLG? Oh my god, I'm hot from watching that. I am sweating. hoxi and niko versus Elige and Floppy. You said it was questionable to you. I'm glad he's got it for this round at least. He spots the shadow hoxi. A little too quick on the trigger finger though, but niko will finish off the job. Floppy versus 2 then. No, you can't do them like that, niko. Oh my god. Floppy with maybe the worst sound on the server in the clutch versus 2 players. hoxi trying to understand where he might be. There's the 1v1 he was looking for. niko has got 1 left in him. What a highlight from the lad with the AWP. He came from Flight Simulator, was just spinning a stick around.
That's crazy. Well, we've got to recover. It's last round of the first half. Still a bye. Oh, niko is on point now. All it takes is 1 kill to get you back in the mood.
I'm very distracted by the heinous behavior we just witnessed on the A bomb site.
That's just rude.
He's literally raised my temperature. Behind enemy lines, coming soon to VHS. 5 on 3 for G2, and they have, I think they just mentally crushed Complexity. Hallzerk with the Mag 7 will be the last one to fall. 8-4 scoreline. They might be mentally defeated after some of these rounds. We'll see if they can collect their thoughts in the break.
Full B-site rush from Complexity.
They are sending it. Safety in numbers, but there are numbers for G2 as well. Complexity finding the frags though and tying up those numbers. Hunter's a footman, spots the back of Floppy, but he's still standing for now. Fights in mid at the same time. They try to thin these numbers. Still a 3 on 3. Elige's gonna be the first one to go though. Floppy somehow able to deliver, and now he's in the clutch. 1 versus 2. Trying to find the 1v1s as JKS and hoxi will combine. JKS with 18 HP. Who does what then? No kit for these players. Floppy moving forward. hoxi's going to be the man to try and cover, and he'll secure that last frag. The wheels keep turning for G2 as they press on in this series. Presence towards A and B. Look at these angles being taken by Complexity. They are looking, they're hungry for frags on both ends, but hoxi's got something to say about this one. And niko still running hot from that first half. 5 on 3. As Elise will find some revenge. I don't believe the bomb's been seen by the CTs just yet, but if Elise goes down, they'll be in a lot of trouble. m0NESY and Hunter hunting. And Elise is gone.
Yeah, something the T side has to be very aware of now with that lack of mid control is those peaks down into B lane. And we see G2 really capitalizing upon that freedom they have, taking fights. This crossfire will be difficult to deal with if complexity come round. m0NESY first contact. niko ready to swing on the backside. Perfect timing, perfectly played. niko and m0NESY could be a deadly duo in CS2.
Feeling like he was playing GeoGuessr.
There should be a health warning on a play like that.
Hunter isolated, facing the pistols blind. m0NESY, though, will be able to hold on to mid for a time, but Floppy will trade with a P250.
Whoa.
Perfect gun, that P250. Good armor penetration for the price. 3-on-2 then. Shadow spotted, though. Great angle for niko. Now Hulzak is at risk of losing the bomb. niko 12 for 7, looking for more. Holding on to this choke point with a re-smoke. A forgettable game for Floppy so far. That's a 1 versus 2, though. But he's up against a very oppressive rifle in the AK-47 at the hands of niko. And then they were at 11, just like that.
From getting series point. Mid nades early, but complexity have some flashes ready from spawn. They're going to try and contest mid here, and Hunter is committed. He might get flashed, somehow not blind, but traded. So that is the mid control complexity we're looking for.
m0NESY sending it, spotting JT over the box. He wants to stand his ground. Floppy takes it in the face, and he's not done yet. m0NESY eating more flashes, but still refusing to leave. Whether it's Yorp or the M4, that man has got something to say about this round. And niko trying to follow up, but JT comes to life now. Was a key player for complexity yesterday, and he might need to be if they are to make a comeback in this game.
woxic taking a risk, leaving this B bomb site. Complexity cutting the noise has made G2 second guess. And a man down, G2 maybe just feel like they had to take this risk. Time is still being taken by complexity, but I'm not sure if woxic can get here quick enough. The bomb is actually back in the hands of Hulzak. He's got to be careful he doesn't get caught.
Oh, man like woxic.
Oh, no.
Oh, man like woxic. No! Oh, the peak! There it is! They're just too slow. They're just creeping forward, just dragging their bodies towards that bomb site. And now JKS is not going to hit that up. But woxic has position. 12 seconds to plant the bomb. Grim has no choice. His hand is being forced by woxic. The flash is there, the smoke is there, the fake is here. woxic needs to survive for 1 more second. Around he goes, but again, you wonder about the sound there as there's a swing. Oh my days. The round goes to complexity though. Oh, sorry, to G2.
In play.
They win that.
Couple of nades in. Floppy should have spotted niko there. Meanwhile, Hunter tries to fight mid, but it's a leash to hit the headshot. Mid control again for complexity.
Promising starts as well. Leash again allowed to harass in mid. As he does on Anubis, he does on Ancient, finding success once again. A great peek as he reloads as well, and then punishes JKS. Leash is angry. Clearing the money of G2. It's a long road to recovery for complexity, but it's not completely out of question.
Yeah, they'll finally break through the glass ceiling that is that CT economy. Should force G2 into some weaker buys, and that's when you can really start rolling. You can start trying to push that boulder up the hill. Hopefully not a Sisyphean task for them this time. They've got chances. Very even stat line for the G2 side. Everyone up to double digits now.
Not everybody doing 360s though.
No.
Not everybody playing with an analog joystick from a Sega Dreamcast like Niko is. You can't see it on the camera, but I assure you it's there.
Alige chilling in the corner. He's done his work this round with that triple kill. Definitely going to keep eyes on that mid area then. Do G2 change anything? Do they send more CTs there to back up Hunter? He's been picked first on a couple. Smoke is not the one I'm used to seeing.
Oh, look at B.
Wow.
4 men charging straight in. Alige leading the charge. Full spray from him, but no results just yet. This could be it. Surely it is for G2. Oh, boy, this is a lightning round to finish things off. Alige in the clutch now, trying to do what he can. But there will be a trade frag. A fast one for G2, looking so strong as they make their way forward.
They secure their spot into playoffs here at Sydney. Good start from G2. They haven't dropped a map yet. And they looked pretty convincing in this one, pretty controlled in this win over Complexity, even landing some absolutely absurd shots in the mix. Monacy doing good work. niko, of course, on this map. Ence as the top fragger, despite having 0 kills for quite a while. He really heated up. This G2 team look like they're having no problem adapting to Counter-Strike.
With the dualies for Krasnal and already a player close to door.
Ence looks like he's going to be the first man in and first man out. Headshots come through from 2 of the Monty players, and that is not very much followed up by Greyhound. Couple of trades toward the back end there. Alistair's done well for a double, but he someone on top of Hut now as well. So a bit of information going over to Alistair, which will make this one potentially a winnable. Tough ask still, and it looked good for a moment, but Bro, with that headshot, is going to finish it off, and pistol round does go the way of Monty.
Side there. Very difficult. Oh no, they're going to throw one on the cross. That's interesting. I don't think that's what they actually wanted to do there. No. From what I've seen in the videos.
Well, I'll talk about it in a second, but either way, Vexi goes down early. Decent trade in there from Greyhound. And you can see that 2-smoke wall of smokes. It's not working out. Warro gets a good spam timing onto Sicko, and we're back down to the 3-on-3. Do already have a member down on that B bomb site for Monty, so does Greyhound opt to reroute back up to A? Certainly not with that Molotov toward the vent. Needs to at least be a good shot in there from Greyhound, and in fact there's 2. Ence and Alistair both hitting the headshot, and just Bro now trying to hold on with the MP9. It seems unlikely. Plant's going to go down. 10 seconds left on the clock, and well, is there another little bit of a quirk in this round as Liaz drops? Flash into Decon, M4 upgrade, 15 bullets, won't matter with Alistair hitting that headshot. And here's what I want to say, Pilsky, with that smoke. I wonder if...
Or something like that, or not quite hit a Molotov, and that's going to be punishing for them. SDY poking around the aircon, and then Warro inside of the smoke! Alistair able to trade him out, but now multiple man disadvantage for Greyhound. They're kind of panicking. Alistair's sprinting through lower, trying to make something happen here.
Oh, he's got the bomb, so if he can win this duel against Bro, then maybe there's a world. The flash, it looked good. It doesn't seem to have caught Bro, though. And so just Ence now to try to do what he was doing all day yesterday against G2. Couple of clutches for him. A very near miss in a 1-on-4 as well. Can he at least make this one expensive for Monty? Headed in the right direction with that Molotov to force a couple of those CTs away from the double doors.
Creeping around. See if we can isolate a duel with one of these CTs and catch one of them. Pushing a little too far. Door is open, so Ence will smoke that off. Getting flanked from secret side now. Net slowly closing in around him, and Demka's got him dead to right. 3 alive for Monty. And Greyhound, that is unacceptable. I don't see how... Yeah, I don't see how that would have been a molly issue, but maybe it was, who knows. Ence, he's just in carry mode this event, isn't he? Especially after his game yesterday, playing with confidence, just goes and peeks Krasnal out of the door.
Just needs someone else to step up behind Ence. I think that's the really key difference maker for this Greyhound roster. Ence is having such a great performance at the moment.
Hold on.
There's another one for him as he gets that headshot onto Bro. It's a 1-for-2 trade overall for the round.
He's angling in towards Annex, though.
Timing on Vexite's push is going to be imperative, and as of yet hasn't started to move. Demka's got multiple angles to watch. Here's the time for striking, and Vexite can't quite do it. SDY doubling down. The round that looked so possible for Greyhound has fallen apart. It's not going to happen there too as well for Krasnal. Doesn't see too much, but they're getting so many timing kills through the smoke so far, Monty, that it is really disrupting Greyhound's plans. And it's actually Sicko twice that's been dealt with in that fashion. SDY walking around on outer, getting away with that. It's not a good sign for Greyhound.
He's just continuing the aggression as well. Wants to send a message and win a very clean gun round. Vertical flick from SDY. Very impressive shot. What a 4K.
Yeah.
Running straight up. See what rounds they can scrape together towards the tail end of it to try to keep this game competitive. Another quick one straight into upper after the Tech 9 rush. Ooh. Nice entry from Ence, but traded by Demka, who does far too much damage.
Yeah, Vexite has been able to at least chime in with one more onto SDY to salvage it back into the 2-on-2. Where's the bomb dropped? Is that in the middle of the A site? I think it might be. Liaz is making a bit of noise here. Bro seemed ready for it. Sprays wildly and recalibrates. Oh, it's a tight affair at the moment. Warro's on the push. Vexite looks like he's watching for that. Won't quite get the clean kill that he's looking for. And the shot misses from Warro as well. So scrambling through that smoke is going to keep Vexite alive, and he'll be able to retrieve the bomb. Molly off Hut, and they should at least now be able to get that bomb plant down.
One bullet in the AWP.
One bullet's not going to be enough. It's missed it again onto Liaz. Liaz and Vexite getting away with a little bit. They've got to surely be able to win this one on 2. The double peak. And both end up falling back. Liaz sacrificing a lot of his life, and the Molly could put him down to 1 HP. Vexite's going to have to swing. The shots are just everywhere at the moment. I can't believe what I'm watching, but Liaz, he's still alive. He's waiting for that push. There's a defuse kit, and Liaz clutches it out for Greyhound.
Christ.
But fuck me.
That just took way too much. The nerves. It's unreal right now for Greyhound.
Right. You know, okay, here's one thing I need to tell you guys. As a caster, right, you want to ramp into the round, right? Yeah. I don't have anywhere left to go, and I'm still casting like 45 seconds left of a clutch, you know? It's just, what is going on? That was a round.
Quick aggression into Hut here. Demka wants to take matters into his own hands, and opening 2 kills here for Monty. They are just so aggressive on this CT side, giving Greyhound absolutely no room to work with.
First kill goes the way of Greyhound. Maybe there's still a chance of making some clean entries, which is what they need. Smokes for decon and for control room. But SDY, he's doing a lot of damage here and gets rid of Ins as well. Just a bit too sharp for Greyhound there. Will also leave Bro untouched, unseen. Alistair would need to do something very special. It was Bro, excuse me, that got the double on the back end there, but it's the same old for Monty.
Not really a whole lot on offer from Monty. Warro, when he finally peaks, he's good for it. In's another entry, though.
Gonna need another one. And he's really starting to burn through that HP. HP as a resource for Ins. It is starting to run out. Demko gets another one onto Vexite, and Ins is waiting to see if there's going to be the mistake from the CT side, looking for a bit of information, but he's only got 30 seconds to play with here, so he can only be so patient.
Liaz is in lower.
Ooh, okay. Ins. Oh, you had the sense that he might do it again.
Liaz has cleared all of lower, but there's no way for the bomb to make it in time.
Ins is trying to make Liaz is trying to make as much noise as he possibly can to draw some rotates across, and Alistair hoping that maybe he can walk in through Annex. Liaz! Oh, he gets lucky, but he doesn't get lucky enough still.
Alistair's got time.
He's put Warro down to 1 shot worth of HP, and Alistair might be able to find another clutch for his side. He escapes into Hut. The Molotov nearly undid his plans, and Warro down to a sliver of HP. Ali has let him across the rafters, though. But doesn't need to do too much. He's waiting to hear where that drop is going to come from. Has now been smoked off, but should fairly reliably be able to spam the bomb if the defuse does come through, and I think Warro might have played himself a little bit here. Time is going to be a problem for him. Taps on in. It was a fake. Alistair, you're going to have to go through the smoke now. Surely not letting this round go. 7-3. Oh, swings coming in on upper. The Heaven player has been spotted. Krasnal now as well. He's under so much pressure, but he's delivering. Demka helping out as well. Trades are through, but not enough for Greyhound. And Demka's position in Hut, a problem. Liaz gets timed on the Molotov. Ins again in the clutch. How many times do we have to ask for something magical from the in-game leader of Greyhound? Doesn't have time to work with this time around. Smoke's going to fade SDY. That is an angle that is going to be tough to check for Ins, but he will and won't win the duel.
2 alive for Monty. Again, get a last round of the half. Full buy for both teams. Quicker one straight into ramp, similar to what we saw from Greyhound against G2, but similar because Bro is just doing damage to all of these tees as they rush straight through ramp. Nice trade on the elbow player.
Oh, the gun! Do they see the gun? Surely they've seen it. They have. But SDY is still able to trade and keep the numbers effective enough for Monty. Greyhound, though, are into the B site. They don't have control of it. Bomb plant in the middle of nowhere. Krasnell won't quite be able to deny the bomb plant, but he does get Sicko and Vexite dropped in the middle of that smoke. So again, it's on to Ins. 1v3 this time. God, he's good. But he has another one-on-one, and Demka's position is found out. The shots are so good from Ins. How many
See
times?
if that continues. That same aggression, that same decisiveness on the T side here. A lot of players on outside. Great movement from Bro, but he's run into multiple CTs here. Still getting away with quite a lot. Finally put down by Alistair, which gives Greyhound the man advantage, but the T's starting to reroute into lower. Demka on the lurk through door.
Yeah, his timing will be important. In seems to be expecting something on the upper side of the map, but the bomb plant has gone down on B, so Greyhound are going to have to get a wriggle on. They don't have a defuse kit, but they do have a molly and a flash. Demka's timing is looking pretty good, and it's maybe not even going to come into play because Ins has died to Krasnell in the vent. So, numbers starting to swing back in the favor of Monty. Vexite won't be able to get himself a kill onto SDY either. And it's now down to the 2-on-2, and I've got to say, SDY is just picking Greyhound apart. It's on to Alistair, but he has no time, even if he gets this kill. That's a Molotov from the CT side, by the way. That was the Molotov that was dropped by Greyhound.
Mechanics for Monty as they start to take some more space on outside.
Oh, Ins! Timing didn't quite go well for him, but he still has actually managed to recalibrate onto SDY and did a fair bit onto Waro as well.
Yeah, just a little outside pressure for Monty. Waro's still floating around there with the creep, blows the smoke open. Monty, in the meanwhile, though, holding on to lobby control, waiting for the right timing to kick off this upper set play. And finally, Greyhound's utility really starting to dwindle. No grenades left. That door smoke is fading by the second.
Do have 2 or 3 players toward A. Just 2 at the moment as Alice has gone down to ladder base. It does look like it's going to be an A hit. Hut Molly going to come on through. That'll disrupt Liaz. He's going to have to drop. He's been heard. Surely the ticks come through. In fact, it's down the vent into B for Monty. Alistair creeping onto the line. Will not hit the shot. Waro. I mean, you can see it's planned that Waro is in that position with the scoped rifle. Greyhound have a tough decision to make here, and it looks like they're going to have to give the round up. Unless Liaz can find Krasnell, but not going to happen. And so that'll be another one in the books for Monty.
Orb saved for Vexite is one of the only silver linings, really, but you can hear Krasnell. Krasnell can hear everything, rather. He hears all the footsteps falling away. Making some of his own, though. Sure that will have maybe been heard by the CT side. Unfortunately, Vexite does go down. He is trading it and probably able to pick up this orb here. See if he's able to get that at the end of the round, but only one gun surviving. Liaz,
well, Alice didn't last long anyway. Ins has a cheeky little angle here, which will be good for one only. Did seem like a bit of a one-and-done type position, and the spacing just too good for Monty to get away with something like that. Nade's going to go into the smoke here. Vexite, still tucked in the corner, is okay. You can see the ease at which Monty moves through the map, though, and think about how much Greyhound had to grind tooth and nail to get any space on the T side. That's nice from Liaz.
aggression through secret here. That timing could be quite influential in this round, but with the Molotov into secret, that's actually going to give a little bit of a safety net for Krasnell to fall back. Waro on the lurk straight through ramp. There are so many little individual timings that can change how this round plays out.
Okay, they've cleared out lobby. At least they think they've cleared out lobby. Liaz might well get a bit of an awkward timing here. Oh!
What is that movement from Demka? That's insane.
He's jumped off the ladder, flown in like Batman, and said, "What's up, Liaz?"
Justice.
The name's Demka, the name's Justice. Unsettled Greyhound. who are still holding on to a little bit of util here. Vexite's got a fair bit. He was just up toward A. He's still there.
Re-smoke door, 30 seconds to go. That's going to make Monty a little unsettled.
Okay, Liaz. There's a good one onto Demka. And maybe we'll get to see another round out of Greyhound. Let's find out. Oh, Vexite finds a nice timing onto Waro.
10 seconds, they don't have time to go low. Ah, Vexite finally putting something together. Might be a bit of warm-up for Anubis at this point, but it was something with the MP9 this round. Nice little multi-frag for him. He's very critical. I mean, he was missing against G2, and they almost got it across the line.
You know, what the sad thing is, it's almost that once they hit 12 there, Monty, Greyhound starts to play with freedom. They start to play a little bit more confidently. They think, okay, well, game's already over. Let's just kind of do things. And Alex are starting to hit some nice shots there. Vexite's doing the same. They actually looked, unironically, a little bit more threatening in the last couple of rounds. Maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but Greyhound maybe just in their shells a little bit at this event, with the exception of Ence.
Monty just going to walk towards ramp side. Bit of a contact play in the XVX. They've got a man advantage. Just keep trading down players until you end up in a post plant. Vexite's found a nice kill once again in the mid round though onto Bro.
No one on lower.
Continues. All missed grenades.
Vexite's been able to get down there pretty quickly, and there is no smoke for Decon at the moment, but planting behind the pillar, Krasnal does mean Monty will get the bomb down. And Sicko's timing needing to be pretty good here. Vexite as well, looking to creep his way out. Oh, he spots the feet, but he doesn't get the shots. Demka is going to survive, get up onto rafters. Greyhound are running out of opportunities and options, though they do have 3 kits. They're going to have to filter their way through from Decon, and that is like shooting fish in a barrel for Monty. Sicko has to do something special and can't. 13-5 is the score. We all knew where that was headed. Monty took them 1 round longer than they might have hoped it to, but a very decisive victory today against Greyhound, and it's pats all around. Everyone's happy. High fives. Bum pats for the boys. I don't know if they do that.
Played it once against Gamer Legion. That was on Go, though. And look, Monty, they did lose against Complexity. Wow, this pistol off to a blazing start. 3K for Krasnal. Ali only just trades him in time. Well, is it in time? You've lost half your team, I suppose.
Doesn't seem like we're going to change too much from Nuke to Anubis. It's Monty running through Greyhound at the moment in the pistol. And so Ence and Alistair will try to slow things down, but any semblance of a plan that you had in this round for Greyhound is out the window, and now they're just relying on the firepower of these 2 individuals. And really on mostly Alistair. He's the only one with any HP to talk about. Map control is well and truly there for Monty. They know that they've got Greyhound stuck in canals outside of A. And it's really on to Alistair to try to open this round back up again. If he can get that kill onto Waro, who is low, but he's lost Ence in that meanwhile, and even if he does get this kill onto Waro, best case scenario, that's probably just an extra 300 bucks in the back pocket. Hello, Ali. Nice shot onto SDY. Beyond that, though, not expecting too much more. And that's that pistol round. Will go the way of Monty.
Yeah, just 3K for Krasnal. Destroys half the team.
So easy
Charges
to
smoke like we saw Complexity doing yesterday. There isn't even a smoke on main yet.
Bro's just going to jump spot over that smoke, and he gets one down for main, but it's going to come to a little bit too late. Greyhound's already into the site. Vexite's past the midpoint of the site and catches Bro in the back. Krasnal almost lines up too. Vexite coming up in a pretty big way this round, keeping things alive, but you're still seeing Greyhound down to 2 players, and it comes down to Liaz to get rid of SDY. Timing here from Alistair looks okay as he does wrangle that spray back onto Waro. But Demka was so good on Nuke. Now he's got another chance here. Liaz has not yet stepped from the pillar, hasn't given away his position, and he is waiting very patiently indeed, but he's just poking around the pillar. 1 HP for Liaz is enough, though, and it is 1 round on the board for Greyhound.
It's just another clutch, though, isn't it? Like, that was such a clean entry into the site. Mac, don't do it.
Yeah, I don't think that was in before IEM sitting. They must have put it in there for Mac. Fast smokes over towards the B-bomb site. Is going to allow Liaz a bit of an opportunity to take a look at E-box and towards back plat. He's going over there as well, but so far Greyhound not finding the kills that they need. Sicko eventually does peg one back, but the round is not going swimmingly for Greyhound just yet. Bro doesn't quite hold on to that one well enough, and Greyhound fighting hard at the moment for control of this B site, seem to be finding that success, which leaves Demka alone. In's watching the angle. Only 29 HP, might be easy to clean up for Demka. Headshot though.
Wow.
Not even necessary for Ence.
That was one of those classic CS2 moments where he was in progression smoke into B
flash.
again. Oh, Alistair. This is the aggressive AWPing that we're used to seeing from him. Traded by Warrow, who's under pressure now, trying to dive back into the site and just hide behind some util. But that's a beautiful little flick from Alistair that gives control of the A site to Greyhound. They're playing with more confidence now. And Alistair, he was having a good game on Nuke.
He was pretty good on Nuke yesterday against G2 as well. He had a decent couple of rounds on the old Nuke with the AWP. I just wish we could have seen this Greyhound on Nuke.
Well, what you see is what you get. That's what I've learned from playing CS2.
Okay.
And look, we've had to wait a little longer.
SDY's got the XM, by the way.
He never got to use it. Oh, can we go back to that? That was getting groovy for a second. On that POV.
All right, a couple of guns lost there for Greyhound, but really not too concerning.
Keeping a little bit of a tab on mid. Is this progression utility that we often see from many teams in towards A main, and once again, Ence is the one to have a little bit of a look over there on the wing.
Bro, with the push, the flash is going to come through. We did have a couple of members playing anti-flash, but the trades don't go well enough for Greyhound. Oh dear, they have just been ripped apart.
Pretty simple stuff. Pop flash play on the timing. Send the boys in. Krasnell's looking sharp as hell. He was kind of playing second fiddle to Demka and SDY last map. This time it's his map. Ence will put him down, but traded well by SDY, who has a little bit of a push across bridge, and I think just pistol whips him with the P2000. That man advantage starting to creep into E-box, but there's 3 CTs over on this side of the map.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you're expecting that many players stacked into the B-bomb site after getting the opening pick toward E-box. So this could be a little bit more difficult for Greyhound than they had expected. Vexside's going to go in front of the Molotov, and that means he's isolated. Warrow then gets Liaz. Alistair drops as well. It honestly felt like they were in two minds there. Should we wait out the molly? They had time to do it, but Vexside decided to go through, and so too did the rest, and that was their undoing. It's just Sicko now on his own.
Going to work back to the B side of the map. Picking that player in the middle of the map knows that he will prompt at least one rotation elsewhere to try to cover A or cover mid. So worst case, going to be a 1v2. He's hoping for a 1v1 on this side of the map.
Almost gets it. Does kind of get it in a sense, but wasn't able to hit his shots. Molotov's not going to go deep enough to dislodge Bro, but it will SDY. Only got 20 seconds to work with. He's going to have to start walking his way inside here, and he gets a kill on the way out. Keeps the economy honest for Monty,
but down a lot of his HP. Vexside now trying to make his way into E-box here.
Couple of footsteps made there. Maybe Bro's heard them toward E-box. Not sure that Greyhound necessarily wants to end toward B anyway. It looks like Vexside and Liaz might have a little bit of a crack making their way out. They know that Bro, they've got him stuck up there on the platform, and he's going to somehow get that molly down. Troubles again for Greyhound as they try to enter the B site through the E-box. In that meanwhile, Ence has been able to creep out onto A, and if he gets into heaven... Oh, he gets the timing wrong. Demka charging in through cams. Again here, surely someone gets something here soon. SDY does find Vexside. He's so cool, calm, and collected. He even clears all of mid. And Greyhound, it looked like they were in a threatening spot, but they're not able to quite strike in the end. Ali, with that saved orb, is able to have an impact. Krasnell's now starting to push his way out of E-box, which Ence was watching earlier, now no longer. AK being tossed away by Monty, and now Krasnal in the perfect spot to stop Greyhound from making any inroads into mid. Maybe not easily enough, though, because Alistar is having some success with the AWP. That's disgusting.
I'd love to see a replay of that. That from Krasnal's POV, that looked crazy.
IEM swing knee at its best. That's Counter-Strike 2, baby. The AWPers can swing too.
Greyhound, and this is what I was saying. We haven't seen them open up the middle of the map just yet. This might be the round for it. Another AK gets picked up from Ence. Smoke blown open from Bro.
Where do they
Evens
go?
up the man advantage to a piece here, but Ence has been able to find his boots on the ground in the B site before Bro's able to rotate over.
They'll get that bomb plant down quite easily, and Alistar, if he can post on the CT line, is going to be in a good spot to win this round for Greyhound. That'll be exactly what he does. Bro should have a difficult time getting past that kind of an angle. They say Demka's going to give this one a crack. Monty's still fairly healthy in the economic department, and he's had success before, but what a fucking round from Ence.
Steve over here gets caught with util in hand.
Oh, faster play again from Greyhound. It's not gone well. The burning flames catch Sicko as well and ensure that trade is more than successful for Monty. So, Greyhound, they were teased of a 6th round, but it seems like maybe that will not come. Ence might, well, have to find a timing here onto those two players up in heaven and cannot do so. So, Alistar, once again, can you pull off a bit of magic here? Bro down early, 41 seconds left to play with, and Alistar, oh, he knows there's two players, or he suspects at least. The flick's not going to hit. It's 7-5. He can't repeat his heroics. A 15-7 from Alistar in the first half only nets Greyhound 5 rounds in the end. Monty still looking on top in this game against Greyhound.
And Alistair, a lot of hero plays, quick pacing from Monty straight into the site. Alistair to receive, he's been the hero for Greyhound so far this game, but can't connect any headshots this time.
Oh, that's just one of the worst positions to be in as a CT, isn't it? Full Glock rush at you, you've got a USP. Liaz has actually managed to peg back a couple. Hang on a second here. Greyhound might still have some legs in this round. Alistar struggled, but Liaz is salvaging it. Meanwhile, Monty taking control of heaven. And the smokes fades. He's going to put SDY into an awkward spot. Liaz is having a great round here. Now 4, he's looking for the ace. He might just get it. Demka has been spotted out as well. It'll go the way of Vexite, that final kill. But Liaz, take a bow. What a pistol.
Yeah, P2000 usage, we're seeing
I think I'm going to swap.
a lot more.
Dead set.
A lot more, and it's looking good.
Can't hit the broadside of a barn with the USP, so I might as well get the extra bullets. Alistar has to go all the way back through CT spawn to get to A, but Ence hits a banger onto SDY, and that is going to be an MP9 for him. Not sure it's exactly what he wants. Gets his util down as the entry into A is on for Monty. Demka hits the headshot onto Alistar. That's all that he needs. Ence is desperate to survive in camps, can't do that. And Vexite Wayward Spray, but it'll be finished off by Sicko. Double with the MP9. Where does this round go now? Bomb is dropped. Vexite looking for more. The Molotov kills Woro and Liaz. Somehow, the unlikely clutch from him. He's posted in the correct position to have an impact, and he's not really missing much at the moment. Gets himself even a smoke down. Alistar, he goes again. Will he go one more time? Does he look for 3? Can he even see over the top of that smoke? I don't think so. So he'll back up and just play the gap in the smoke, which is going to be covered now by the re-smoke from Greyhound.
Monty reroute back through Waterside. They've been stopped in A main. They wanted to kick off a quick A side execute, and now they've dropped the majority of their util. 2-man aggression across bridge here. Greyhound, despite being at a man advantage, staying active in the mid-round.
I mean, down a couple of players, but they do have the site. Bomb's not quite there yet. Vexite. Yeah, I was going to say, where even is he? He's hiding behind the door. Krasnal did not see him.
He's reading up about the Temple of Anubis, Jordan. He's educating himself. He's still young.
That's right.
Got a lot to learn.
Yep. Here's the important factor. Can Greyhound keep guns alive? Answer, yes.
That's actually a very, very important round to win that cleanly. 4 alive in a swing round like that. Yes, the bomb plant still does come through for Monty, but they've only got 1900 loss bonus, so this is going to be a single save. A chance for Greyhound to continue to build up their money. Oh, I'm getting G2 vibes all over again. This time
comes down to timing. Flash is going to connect, and Alistar is on his bike. He's out of there, so has to give up a bit of space.
Retake that space. Molly.
Well done.
Zoning the T's back out. Reaggressing on the line. This is dangerous.
Yeah, it is. gets one. Alistar is having a fantastic game at the moment. He is ballsy. He's looking for more. Alistar, he's just taking this game into his own hands. Even the little cheeky nade on the way out, and he sticks around for 3. My God. Now it's on to Ence. Good spray for the first. It's enough. It leaves Demka in a 1-on-3. He's got no control of the bomb and only 25 seconds left here. Greyhound are looking good for a 10th round on Anubis. And dare I say, maybe even starting to look good for a map here at IEM Sydney as well. Smoke down onto the bomb site. Molotov into cams. Sicko already out. Uh-oh, hang on. Scary for a moment, but vexite holds onto it. And that man right there on your screens seems to be the player that Greyhound is living and dying by at the moment on it.
Alistair this time, instead of being on the extremities, has been tasked with the job of holding down middle. Once again, Monty seeming like they're ready to kick off an A split here. Ence and Alistair to hold on to this part of the map. Both of them throwing this utility to try to keep the T's at bay for the time being. Smoke thrown for Alistair there. Molly into A main from Ence. He's going to follow it up with the smoke. Monty just being held back by this utility.
All right, another one for Alistar. Not unexpected at this point, and he's going to go for more. Oh, this time doesn't quite get it right and will be punished. Is it where things fall apart for Greyhound? Ence! Ence this time is the one to step up, and now Liaz. Oh, it's all coming together for Greyhound right now. SDY would have to win a 1-on-4. He's got an M4. One of those kills for the MAC-10. So let's see what he can do. 20 seconds, it's just too much. Greyhound, I think they're going to force this through to a map 3. It's interesting when they're getting dominated by an orb, because best case scenario, they're getting gaules right now. So it's not even as if you can just out-duel him. He's got one there for sure. Headshot onto the second as well. Early information is going to bring Alistar across. Now a double nade in, but Alistar's miles away from that. And now he's going to be mollied out of position, smoked out of position, can't hold onto the site anymore. This is a bona fide take on the A site from Monty. And a big test now for Greyhound as they have to retake the site.
They've taken water control. They want to try to wrap in back on the flank. STY is going to have to hold that down with the Galil.
Well, this is where maybe you prefer an AK, and that's why. Sicko's actually killed Liaz in the meanwhile, but can't spray down the 2 there, which will keep the numbers even enough for Greyhound. Vexite's going to blow the smoke, expecting someone close in. Cam's not quite going to happen, and now starts to work his way forward. But Alistar's been the key for them so far. Maybe not so much necessary in this round, or have I spoken too soon? 1-on-1. Can Alistar do it again? He hits him with the collat, but he can't clutch it out. And finally, Greyhound will drop around. Monty are not done yet.
No scoped him through the box.
We're seeing Monty go toward B in a little while. Molotov's going to come back in there. Sicko hoping that fire won't spread, and he is going to be proven correct in that assumption. So Liaz is able to get back on the line, and he's going to be mollied off again, but they still don't know Sicko's there. He still hasn't copped a tick. Will be cleared. Don't think he had head armor there, and that is the B site cracked open surely. Vexite now, the last member to try to hold on, but he's shot in the back of the head, so... Okay, maybe Monty is starting to figure it out. They have certainly taken Alistar out of the game by virtue of going toward B.
I think Ence and Alistair kind of being the standouts in some of these individual rounds. Although Ence is having a comparatively quieter game, but Monty, yeah, I think avoiding Alistair, they're having a much easier time in rounds like that. That B take looked far too easy for them. Hunting down Alistair, wanting to take the AWP out of his hands. Everything's hitting for him, but doesn't even get a chance to fire a shot against.
And Alistar over toward A. He's once again just going to set himself up on plat, but it is back to B.
Yeah, Monty, they saw how easy that last B play went, and they're just going to go for it again.
Someone's going to have to step up on this side of the map, and it's Bro that's going to charge his way in with the P90, finding a lot of success. Vexite can only get one. Ence rotating in, goes down as well, and Team Molly going to force him away from that position. Liaz will smoke. Keep our eyes peeled on Alistair, and again I ask, do we go with Alistair toward B? And this time he is headed in that direction, and look at Monty, they've changed it up. They've gone toward the A side of the map, which has me a little bit worried because there's only one member over there. It's going to be a fast play, but Sicko is quick into water, and Ence up on the platform needs to get at least one here before going down. His spot found out, and Bro just jumping around like an absolute maniac with this P90 is causing so much of a ruckus for Greyhound. allowed Monty into the site. It's a full-on 4-on-4 retake, but so much util to delay Greyhound.
Organising themselves now. Like you said, the utility being a real issue. Monty's starting to run out of that though, and Greyhound, they need to start to make some moves in the next 10 to 15 seconds. Boost up over the smoke isn't going to see anything, and look how close the T's are playing to these smokes.
Oh, the P90, it's so disgusting. It's getting too much work done. A P90 ace to win the game for Monty and send Greyhound packing. It is a disaster down under for the Aussie squads as both Vertex and Greyhound are eliminated.